Hi guys, this is Sumit and welcome back to Knowledge Modulation's new video. In this video, we are going to understand the concept of Artifactory, why we use it, how we can use it, everything we will get to know at the end of this video. Friends, why we need to go for the Artifactory? Artifactory refers to any deployable and versioned output of software development process. It can be any file or set of files which are produced at the time of building source code or compiling source code, such as compiled binaries, libraries, executables, documented files, configuration files, Docker images, etc. It can be any file which supports for running an application. This description may help you to get an idea about the Artifactory. Whatever softwares you are developing, after developing or after development, we need to store it at some particular location. To store this developed application or the output version of your softwares, we need to use some repository, and Artifactory help us to store that artifacts. We can call that standard output as an artifact. There are some key features of the artifact. Because of this, we are using this Artifactory. The first key feature is centralized artifact management. It means that you can use one centralized location to keep your all artifacts. Like there are multiple softwares developed on the multiple platforms, so you have to store it at one particular location so you can store it. For example, if you are using Git for the version controlling system for the source code, same we are using artifact to store that standard output like DLLs or the EXEs or any Docker images. The second feature is efficient build and release management. Now what does this mean? We can easily integrate our application or this Artifactory to the build applications like Maven, Gradle, Jenkins, etc. So that whenever build goes successful, it directly pull that images and store at the Artifactory. There is some configuration we need to just perform that. If build goes successful, then that artifact should be stored at this particular location. So we are going to see this feature in our practical sessions. The third feature is managing dependencies. Now, why we require these dependencies? There are lots of projects which depends on multiple factors, and it's very difficult sometimes to pull all the dependencies and build our source code. So for that purpose, this dependency management features comes in scenario. We can use this feature of the Artifactory to build our projects or the source code successfully. In DevOps, managing dependencies is critical to ensure application stability and scalability. This dependency management features helps to catching their dependencies. So it will help you to gather all the dependencies at the time of building your source code. The next feature is Docker image management. As I told you, any considerable output which required to run your application, we can store at the Artifactory. So we are creating the Docker images for containerized as well as microservices architecture. So at the time we need to store these Docker images, and Artifact help us to store these images. The next and most important key feature is security and access management. Artifact provides robust security, allowing you to control access to artifact based on users role and permissions. If you already work with the Jenkins, there are access control like user based authentication. You can assign access to every particular project or particular build to the particular user. So same in Artifactory also, you can give access to the particular users to the particular artifact. Also, you can integrate third-party application as well for this authentication. Then next key feature is high availability. We are using OSS for this project, and sometimes we like to go with the OSS as per our project requirement. If you want to go with the paid version only, then only high availability is available at the paid version. You should go with the enterprise edition if you want to use this feature, high availability. The next key feature is easy integration with CI/CD. As I told you, like Maven, Gradle, and Jenkins, etc. We can use this build tool very efficiently with the Artifactory, so that whenever our build goes successful, automatically it will store that artifact to the Artifactory. So it will automate the process, and it's very efficient. Like it's speed up the whole process. So it's very easy or very essential in DevOps work culture. So guys, I think you got the idea what is the Artifactory and how we are going to use it In next video we are doing practical, and I will explain you how we can configure this Artifactory with the Jenkins, and whatever its output we are getting of this process we are getting saved at the Artifactory. So you will get a proper idea how we can use this Artifactory in real-time scenarios. So guys, this is it for now. In this video, you understand the concept of Artifactory, what is the Artifactory and how we can use it. In next video, we will see actual practical. You got a very good idea about the Artifactory in this video. So please share this video with your friends, and if you are not yet subscribed to my channel Knowledge Modulation, then please subscribe to channel Knowledge Modulation. Also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload the new video, you will get the notification. Thanks for watching this video. Keep watching. We will start our lab. As I told you in previous video that I'm not going to use Amazon EC2 instance this time, because to install this Artifactory we need 4 CPUs and 4 GB RAM. It's prerequisite. So I don't want to waste money on creating EC2 instance on AWS, because we can't use 32 micro free tier for this Artifactory. So I already have a couple of systems, so I'm just thinking to use one of the Ubuntu system for this purpose. And to start this Artifactory we just need JFrog install. Yes, this is the correct page, and here you can get 3 versions: the Pro X Enterprise, X Enterprise Plus, the Artifactory OSS, and JFrog Container Registry. So we are interested in this OSS version, so I will just click on download link, and yes, it is taking me to the download. And here is the option get the source code. I will just download the which source code I have required. So I will not go for with the latest one. Latest one is 7.63.9, which is released at the 2nd August 2023. But I would like to prefer to go with 7.55 any version. So I will just select 7.55.10, and just take care that you have to select this linux.r.gz. It is the full command. So I will just copy this link address, and I will start to copy it by using wget and then link and hit enter. And this it will take approximately 5 to 10 minutes, because its size, if you check, 622 MB size, so it will take approximately 5 minutes, I guess, because I have a strong connection. Oh, it is only showing 3 minutes, so within 3 minutes it will get download, and then we need to install it. As I showed you on the portal of the JFrog Artifactory, we need to enable 8081 and 8082 port. In my case, I already installed it for one of the different videos, so might be they are already enabled at my system, but you have to take care of it. You just need to allow it from your firewall, and don't worry that I'm installing it on my local system, because the same process you have to follow if you are going to install it on EC2 instances. You just need to log into your instances. You just need to take putty, remote via putty or any terminal, and you have to install this. You can use the same tar.cz, because it will be installed for another Linux distro as well. So you just need to download the appropriate version and you can install it. So it's not a big deal where I'm installing it. So once it get download, we will extract it and we will start Artifactory services. And then our second part will be to install Jenkins and configure Jenkins, or we can say integrate Jenkins with this Artifactory. So you have to watch this video with patience, because might be it will take approximately half an hour, but I'm sure that you will get a very good idea about this Artifactory and the Jenkins integration, as if you go to the any interview, then you can answer so many questions, so many difficult level of questions after watching this video. Please guys, watch this video carefully, and if you are not
aware about the previous theory lecture about the Artifactory, then please pause this video here only and just go back and watch that video and then again come back to this video. Otherwise you will miss some of the theory part or theory knowledge, and it is very important to crack any interview or even for your daily work. You need some points so that you will get the basic idea, or the you should have a clear basic for it. So it is downloaded. We will just check ls, and yes, it is downloaded. Now what we can do, we will just unzip it. So tar minus site x vr and JFrog, and yes, it is getting extracted. So just wait for again for 1 minute. It will extract very quickly. Once it get done, we will start it. I will show you how we can start its services. It's very easy and very simple to install this, guys. You just need to watch this carefully. Again we will, yes, and yes, Artifactory OS 755 is already there. So cd artifact, I will clear the screen. Okay, we need to go to the app, and here you will get one bin folder, cd bin. Here there is one script which is install service.sh. We have to run that /, install service.sh, and it will install this Artifactory for us in our case. And yes, it is done. Here you can just check start Artifactory with this message, and before that we will just enable our ports ufw allow 8081, the first port. And yes, I already told you that it is already allowed in my case. Now I will check for 8082 as well, and yes, it is also allowed. Now we'll start our Artifactory services. We'll copy this command, don't want to type it again, and just hit enter. And now my Artifactory service will be start. Once it gets start, we will check its status and then we will launch it via browser. Yes, my service is started, and I will just check its status as well so that we will get the confirmation. Yes, you can see service is active and running. I will clear screen again, and now we will try to launch it by using our browser. Okay, so I will just open and I will just type localhost colon 8081, that is Artifactory. Now guys, please tell me why it is not opening. I am entering localhost that 8080, but at the starting of video I cleared you that we are installing it on Ubuntu system, not on the host system on which you are just looking this screen. We will just check its IP address, IP space A, and this is our IP address. So if we want to launch this service, then instead of localhost we have to enter our IP address. Yes, and you can see our JFrog Artifactory is available. Now we have to enter here username and password. So by default username for JFrog Artifactory is admin and password is password. So this is the default user ID and password. Password is in a small case. Here you can see, and just click on login. I guess I already installed this, that's why it is not taking these credentials. I will just try to launch it in incognito. That's IP address colon 8081 password, and yes, you can see we are able to log in. Get started, and I have to set new password, so I'm setting the new password for this Artifactory, just typing and next. Base URL, I don't want to give any URL for time being. I'm just skipping this proxy and everything. I don't want to create, so I will just keep this part as well. And yes, as I have told you that if you are going with the OSS version, then there are very limited services available for us. So generic, Gradle, IFY, Maven and SBT, these are the free services available for us. So I will just create repository for Maven. Click next. Yes, and it will create library for Maven. You can click on finish. So we have set up our JFrog Artifactory. Now we have to install Jenkins for us, and for Jenkins I would like to go with the Docker part, because this system is Windows, and I don't want to install it on Windows because I just wanted to go with the Linux platform only. So I will just try to use it. CMD. If you are not aware about it, I will show you the Docker repository for the Jenkins. Yes, we will go with this one. Here is a simple command, that docker pull jenkins slash jenkins. I'll just try to put it, command prompt docker pull jenkins slash jenkins, and it will pull it. It I already downloaded that image, that's why yeah, Docker checked it locally and loads this image. If you it is not previously located at your local host, then it will download from the Docker hub. So now we have to start this Jenkins. So for that, there is one command I will give you in description. Docker run hyphen p, that is port number 8080, because Jenkins using port number 8080, and hyphen p 5000. This is Docker port for the redirection. That's restriction on failure and our Jenkins Docker image name. And after hitting enter, it will start loading Jenkins for us, and we will check Jenkins also on our browser. So I will just use localhost, because this we are installing it on our Docker. Localhost port 8080, and yes, our Jenkins is ready. So I need to enter this password. That's why we just need to copy this path. Here we will get our path. Now this terminal is running. I will just keep it as it is, and I will open another terminal with the help of Docker. Yes, we can just open terminal simply from here, and I will cat this path. At this path there is a password which we require to log in to our Jenkins, and this is the password. And I guess at the time of installation only we have received this path in command prompt. Yes, this is the same password. So we'll just go to the Jenkins, and we will paste this password over here, and it will ask to continue. Now it will ask to install the plugins, install suggested plugins or install plugins, select plugins to install. I will go with the suggested plugins only, and it will take some time to get install all these plugins. And guys, if you don't know how to install and configure this Jenkins, I already have uploaded one video for this Jenkins installation and configuration with the help of AWS instances. So you can go there, go to the channel, and in playlist you will get that video, so you can watch it. If you don't know about this Jenkins and all, it will be helpful for you to learn the Jenkins and create and build these multiple projects on the Jenkins. It will take some time. I will pause this video and just will start once it get complete. And yes, it is getting completed, and it is asking for creating first admin user. So I will just create user as a Jenkins, password as I will give a different password. Okay, and save and continue. And this is the Jenkins configuration, Jenkins URL. I will just keep it as it is because I just wanted to show you one error. Save and finish. Start using Jenkins. Okay, and now you are in Jenkins. Now you just need to do some few more configuration, like now we have to configure Artifactory on our Jenkins. So you have to click on manage Jenkins, and here you will get the plugins, and we have to configure now plugins. We will just click on available plugins, and here we will search Artifactory. Yes, Artifactory 3.18.8. I will just install it. Click on install. Again we have to wait for a few more seconds, and now it is installed. I will just go to the dashboard. Yes, now we have to configure our system as well. Yes, configure system. Marvin is already taken. Here I just wanted to show you valid host name. It is okay, but it will show you error after some time, the time of building the project. Again, where is the Artifactory? We have to just configure Artifactory here. Yes, JFrog. You can just click here, add JFrog platform instance, and I will give instance ID as Artifactory JFrog URL. in JFrog instance detail. We have selected JFrog platform instances, Artifactory, and then username for our JFrog is admin. I already told you, but again we can create the different username with the different credentials. This admin internal, we can create new user as well for the Jenkins, and we can give the admin privilege. We will create that one so that you will get some idea. Jenkins, for this Jenkins detail, we will give same name as my email ID, or we can just give, doesn't matter, for the testing purpose you can provide any. And this is role administrative platform, and we can set password, and we can keep things as it is. We will just click on save. So you can see this Jenkins user ID is also created, so we will give this Jenkins user ID here for this Artifactory deployment. Jenkins and the password which I have created. You can click on test connection. An error occurred while connecting JFrog Artifactory. It is not getting connected. Now we have to find why it is not getting connected. Can we just do some changes at this level so that we can minimize this? We can minimize this error. So I will just try to do one thing. I will just open Notepad with admin rights and just check what I am trying to do. I will open one file which is at the location C local drive system32 drivers etc. Open all file hosts, and here I have mentioned localhost is exactly equal to jenkins.com. So I will just, why I did this, because it is already showing that please set a valid host name. So I just tried to give it proper host name. So jenkins.com 8080, and yes, the error is removed. You can just check here. And the second part is our Artifactory configuration. I will just remove this part. I will test connection here again. Again it is giving same error, so I will just try to use older user ID admin. The password is same. We will check now. Okay, because we have entered the wrong JFrog platform, we have entered double time http:// so I will just remove one and we'll try with the Jenkins user ID only, because for this purpose only we have created this Jenkins. So it should work now. And yes, you can just check JFrog Artifactory not found, because we haven't created any Artifactory here right now. So we can just keep it as it is. We will apply and we will save these changes. Now we have completed our almost 70% task. Now we have to do build, and after building code successfully, we will just check whether this artifact is directly getting saved in our JFrog artifact or not. Right now you can just come here and check whether we have any artifactory available here. Build is available here, no. Any artifact is available in our lib release local, no. Lib snapshot local, no. There is a nothing in these two artifactories. So we will just try to build something now. So just go to the Jenkins. Okay, new item. I will give name as a artifact underscore new, and I will click Maven project, as we have selected Maven plugins for both Artifactory and for this Jenkins, and I will click on OK. So it will create a build setup for me. If you want to give some description, you can just give it here. If you don't want, then leave it as it is. And source code management. This source code management, we are fetching the source code from the Git repository, and I already kept code at my GitHub repository. I will share that link as well in comment section or the our description. So we'll just check. Yes, it took this repository and it is publicly available, so you don't need to put any credentials or anything. We just need to keep things as it is. Then build environment, we don't need to select anything, and at the build it is giving some error that Maven version. Jenkins needs to know where your Maven is installed. Please to do so from the tool configuration. Okay, we will do that as well, but before that there is a pom.xml and goals and options. We will give option as a clear install here, and we will just check this configuration what it is asking for. Use default Maven setting, it is there, and Maven installation. Add Maven name. We will give name as a Maven itself, and install from Apache. We can keep it as it is version, and we can click on apply, so that it will install this Maven for our Jenkins, and we can then use it to the portal. So again, I will just complete all these things. Like more option we have to select to store our Artifactory. Post, add post build action. It means that what we want to do after this build. So here are some of the options. We have to deploy our artifacts to our Artifactory, and for this purpose only we are just recording this video. So just select deploy artifacts to Artifactory, because our whole video is on this tutorial only. And you can check Artifactory server, it's artifact. Okay, you can refresh repositories and we will get error because this is not the correct version or correct file. We just need to change something, like we have artifacts path like 8081 slash artifact only, not more than this. So we will just try to remove it. Think we have to check in our system configuration what configuration we have provided. For our Artifactory, we'll remove this Artifactory from here and distribution from here. That's why it is giving this error. Apply and save. Okay, now we will again go for the Artifactory configuration. Now we will check. Yes, it is only showing the Artifactory, and now this is target release repository, target snapshot repository, custom. We have to just click on refresh repositories, and yes, here it is getting this repositories where this snapshot will get saved, but we want to save it at the local, so I will just click on the release local, and here as well snapshot local for the snapshot, and I will click on apply and then save. Now we will start to build this Artifactory. So Artifactory build now. Now this build is started and I hope everything goes right. It is showing some error. Let me check what is the error. Console output. It is showing some error. We will configure it again. So guys, there is one issue in our configuration like build now. I will just show you the configuration again. So here by mistakenly I have written clear install instead of the clear R. I just need to install N because it's a clean install, and we just try to install it successfully. I will just show you in project, and yes, you can see here this install history, it is green, and yes, this result as well, it is showing pass. Now we will just go to the JFrog and we will check whether we are getting this build or not. We can just click on this build, and yes, you can just check Maven project is there, Artifactory build info, and it is installed just now. You can just cross check here as well because we gave name as a Maven project to this Maven project, and here it is showing that. After that, its Artifactory, our main purpose is to maintain its artifacts, so we will just go to the artifacts, and yes, previously when at the starting of video we have checked this, here there is no single file, so we will check it now whether this artifact is stored here or not. We can just click on this drop down arrow. It is nothing here because everything should be in snapshot, and yes, you can see here there are files are created, and yes, this is our project Maven project, and then its projects file, and inside this there is our var file which is version 1, and again if you try to build with the another project, then another file will be listed over here. If you want, we can just quickly try to build one more project with the same repositories. We will just give name as a maven underscore final result, and then maven project, click on ok. Again same process, I will give github accounts link here, and then the yes, here we made the mistake. Here we have to write clean install, and then post build action is deploy artifact to Artifactory. Everything is okay. Now we have to select release local and snapshot local. I guess it is enough for now, and we have given name as a Maven final result. So this project should be reflect in our builds. Okay, so Maven final results, we will build it now, and here you will get the progress of this build. It will take some time, I guess few seconds, and yes, you can just check this build is successful. Now you can just click on here and it will redirect you to the JFrog account as well. You can just check from here as well. Build is done for the Maven final result, right? We have from this build right now. So again we will go to the artifact and we will just check artifacts local is empty as usual, and in short there is artifacts. Previously there was only one jar file, and now you can just check there are two now. Inside this all folders are listed, so every time when you perform the build it will come to your repository, that is artifact, and you can just monitor this or you can just store this artifact. So guys, this is it for now. We will meet in next video. Till that time, bye bye. And guys, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe our channel Knowledge Modulation.